Presenting Beyond Reasonable Doubt, starring Nick Dawson, written and directed by William N. Robeson, based upon the actual circumstances of several of the most dramatic criminal cases of the past decade. Beyond Reasonable Doubt brings you the exciting story of Stephen Moore, New York's most spectacular criminal attorney, who never defends a client unless he is convinced that he can get him off. But suppose we meet Stephen Moore, meet him in the courtroom as he concludes his summation to the jury.
And so, I do not ask you for leniency. I do not ask you for mercy. I only ask that you do unto this unfortunate victim of life as you would be done by. We have shown beyond reasonable doubt, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that he is innocent. Yet the district attorney will demand in the name of the state that you sign his death warrant. If you do so, you will do much more than condemn a man to death. You will be condemning him never to know the perfume of another flower, never to look into the bright face of a little child, never to hear another note of music, never to touch the hand of a loved one, never again to see a sunset. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, the defense rests.
Your Honor, ladies and gentlemen of the jury.
Boys, I guess you told him, huh?
Oh, hello, Cuba. I thought you'd be outside with the car.
And I stuck in to hear you tell him. Boy, can you sling words.
Thanks, Cuba. Thanks. Where's the car?
That's right around the side entry.
Hey, Steve.
Oh, hello, Harry.
Hiya.
How's the Evening Star's most ornamental reporter?
Oh, boy, is my face red. I had that plug convicted on page 1 for the last 2 weeks. Now it looks as though you're going to get him off.
You can bank on it.
But, Steve, you're not going to walk out before the DA gets through with his summation, are you?
Why not? The case is in the bag.
Yeah, but the DA is liable to put you in a hole.
Oh, no, not John Mason. He's the most uninspired district attorney New York's had in 15 years.
Boy, you got a lot of nerve.
Oh, no, I just know when I've won a case, that's all. And right now, Harry, I want a highball and a nice warm bath.
Car's over here, boys.
You mind if I ride uptown with you, Steve?
I'm glad to have you. Hop in.
Where to, boys?
Home, James.
I thought you might want to drop around and see Miss Clark.
No, not today, Cuba.
I thought you had a date with her.
I called it off.
Ah, well, I guess you know what you're doing.
Hell of a chap, isn't he? Does he read your mail, too, Steve?
I expect so, all except the big words. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't know what to do without him, though.
Hey, why don't you look where you're going, you big dumb
Cut it out, Cuba. You may have a fight on your hands.
Well, that's okay with me. Driving a truck around in a train. Hey, look, boys, he stopped. How about it if I go back there and...
Break your parole?
Oh, yeah. I was forgetting. Okay, boys.
Parole?
Sure. You know, Cuba's an alumnus of Sing Sing. Thought you knew that.
I should think he'd be somewhat of a liability.
Why?
Well, I don't know, Steve, but once a convict...
Always a criminal, eh? That's a very unsocial attitude, Harry.
Who did he kill?
Oh, don't be silly. I admit his face is against him, but Cuba didn't kill anyone. At least I don't think he did. He just had a little trouble over some liquor, bootleg liquor. Framed, of course. He's innocent as a babe.
Yeah, he certainly looks it.
Don't you think Miss Clark's going to be disappointed if you don't drop in, boss?
Probably.
She's an awful nice lady.
She is indeed, but we won't stop today, Cuba.
Okay.
Now, what's on your mind, Harry?
What do you mean?
Oh, nothing, except that... well, reporters don't usually ask me for a lift just for the ride.
Well, as a matter of fact, I have an assignment. City editor wants me to get a statement from him.
Statement? About what?
About the disbarment proceedings.
Whose disbarment?
Yours.
Mine?
Sure. We got a report that the Bar Association is going to try to give you the bounce. What about it?
Well, how should I know? If they're really gunning for me, you wouldn't expect them to tell me, would you?
Well, no.
Did your city editor hear what the charges are?
There's plenty of charges. They range all the way from fixing juries to kidnapping a witness in the Fordham case.
That sounds like our esteemed district attorney, Mr. John Mason.
Yeah. I guess you win too many cases from him.
I'm afraid the score is a little one-sided.
Well, have you got a statement to make?
Yes. Yes, Harry. You tell your city editor that the highball we were about to have at my apartment was very refreshing. Well, come in, Harry. Make yourself at home.
Holy smoke. Those thugs you defend must cough up plenty to keep in a joint like this.
Some do, some don't. What do you drink?
Oh, I don't know. Scotch and plain water, I guess.
2 scotch and water, Cuba.
And we got the water. That runs out of the tap. But we ain't got no scotch.
What are you talking about? There was some delivered last night.
Yeah, but that was last night. There ain't none now.
Yes, there is. You'll find a bottle in the closet in my dressing room.
Oh, I get it. You've been holding out on me, eh?
Chummy mug, isn't it?
Yeah, but I get a kick out of it. He's the salt of the earth. He'd do anything for me.
Yeah, anything is right. I wouldn't trust that bird.
Well, suppose we skip Cuba. I'm really interested in what you were saying about the charges in the Fordham case.
Ah. Well, according to our information, the Bar Association will claim that you kidnapped the key witness.
Ah, that's nonsense. Can I help it if the prosecution can't find their own witnesses?
Well, I'm just telling you what I heard.
Here's your scotch, boss. And in case you don't know it, there's a dame in your room.
What?
A dame in your room. Was you expecting somebody?
Who is she?
Don't ask me. I never seen her before. She can move in any time she wants to. Here, come on. Here she comes.
Well, good afternoon.
Well, good afternoon, Mr. Moore. I didn't know you had company. I hope I'm not intruding.
Oh, why, no. Oh, no, of course not. Not at all. Cuba, take the lady's coat.
Oh, that's all right. I can only stay a minute. You see,
Take the coat, Cuba.
Right, boss.
Thank you.
Take it into the bedroom.
Okay.
Perhaps you forgot asking me to come today?
Why, no, I remember perfectly. Oh, I beg your pardon. Let me present Mr. Thomas of the Evening Star.
Oh, a newspaper man. How exciting. I've always thought a reporter's life must be perfectly fascinating.
Yeah, it's swell. No sleep, no dough, no... What did you say the lady's name was, Steve?
I didn't say. Harry, I wonder if you'll excuse me. I'm awfully sorry, but... Well, you see, I forgot all about this engagement.
Sure. I understand how it is, Steve. I'll give you a ring later.
You do that, Harry. Say about 8 o'clock.
Right. Long.
So long. Now, what's this all about? Who are you? How did you get in here?
The janitor. Oh, I'm awfully sorry, but I had to see you. You've got to help me. It's awful.
Now, you better save those tears for the jury, sister.
The jewelry.
You didn't come here unless you were in a jam. Why didn't you have sense enough to ditch that coat? What's your name?
Oh, stop it. Stop asking questions. What's the matter with my coat?
Oh, nothing much. Nothing at all, except that the skirt's covered with blood.
Oh.
Cuba, get the brandy.
You don't have to holler, boss. I'm way ahead of you. Here you are.
Well, of course, her lips open. Hey, pour it in her mouth.
Okay, boss. Well, she's out like a light, ain't she?
That's enough, Cuba. Here, give me a hand. We'll get her on the couch.
Okay.
All right. There. All right, take it easy. You'll be all right in a minute. Beat it, Cuba.
Okay.
What am I going to do? What am I going to do?
Well, let's hear what you've already done, then maybe I can tell you.
I haven't done anything. I didn't do it. I just walked in and found him there. I didn't do it.
Come on, baby. Snap out of it.
But I didn't do it. Please don't let them take me. I didn't do it. Oh, won't you try to
I
understand,
hate
Mr.
to
Moore?
do this, sister, but
I
it's
didn't have
awfully
anything
good
to
for
do
what
with
ails
it.
you.
Oh,
Well, now pull yourself together.
what? I'm sorry.
All right, if you want me to help you've got to make sense. And the faster, the better. You seem to forget that this is the first time in my life I've laid eyes on you, and I haven't the slightest idea yet what this is all about.
Yes, of course. I'm sorry I got so upset. I'll tell you.
All right, start talking.
Do you have to be so brutal?
This isn't a social call. What's your name?
Do you have to know that?
Oh, we're just wasting time. You'd better go down and turn yourself over to the police.
Oh.
Of course, they won't be so familiar.
Police? But no, I didn't do it.
Easy, sister. Take it easy. What's your name?
Wayne. Gloria Wayne.
Why did you come to me?
Because I've heard that you're the greatest lawyer in New York.
That's right. Now, whose body are they going to find?
Rex Hilton.
Rex Hilton, public playboy number one.
He's dead.
How do you know?
I saw him, so I know he's dead. He's lying on the floor in his penthouse.
Why did you kill him, Miss Wayne?
I didn't do it, I tell you. I didn't do it.
Then how did the blood get on your
Oh,
coat?
please don't ask me so many questions.
These are questions the prosecuting attorney will ask you when you go on trial for murder.
No, no, no.
Yes. So you didn't kill her.
No.
What were you doing in Rex Hilton's penthouse when he was murdered?
I wasn't there. That is, I was in the next room.
Now, that's better. You know, you should tell the truth when you're talking to a lawyer. So you were in the next room.
Yes.
You heard the sound of a shot and you rushed into Hilton's room.
He wasn't shot. He was stabbed.
Well, how colorful. Stabbed with a Moorish paper knife, I suppose. You rushed into the room and the murderer had disappeared. You knelt across the body of Rex Hilton, only to find that he was dead. And that's how you got the blood on your coat.
I suppose so. How did you know?
Oh, there's so little variation to that story. Now tell me, Miss Wayne, what was Rex Hilton to you?
What do you mean?
You know what I mean. Let's be honest. Were you one of his girlfriends?
Certainly not. If you don't mind, I'll go now.
You haven't told me how the blood got on your coat.
You seem to know all the answers. The truth is, I don't know how. Didn't even know it was there until you told me.
I can't help you if you lie.
I'm not lying. I can see I made a mistake coming to you. Will you get me my coat, please?
Wait just a minute.
Hello? Oh. Okay, thanks, pal. Boss,
Yes?
the guy downstairs says Captain Swanson of the homicide squad's on his way up.
This is a fine spot. Hysterical female with blood-covered coat in my apartment. And an officer of the law on the way up in the elevator. That ought to help along with disbarment proceedings. Well, Stevie, you'll have to think fast, I'm afraid. Because there's no doubt about it. That girl is as guilty as... Well, she's guilty.
Presenting Beyond Reasonable Doubt, starring Nick Dawson, based upon the actual circumstances of several of the most spectacular criminal cases of the last decade. Beyond Reasonable Doubt brings you the exciting story of Stephen Moore, outstanding American criminal lawyer in the most amazing case in his career, a case of murder in which he is compelled to defend a beautiful young woman in spite of his belief that she is guilty. And now, a word from Nick Dawson in the character of Stephen Moore.
I'm in a tough spot. In the first place, the Bar Association's gunning for me. They're doing a lot of loose talking about unethical practices, suborned juries, and kidnapped witnesses, which is, of course, a lot of nonsense. And then this evening, when I got back home, Cuba, my man of all work, tells me there's a woman in my bedroom. There is, all right. She's beautiful, she's hysterical, and she's got blood all over one side of her coat. She blurts out a story about how she was in Rex Hilton's apartment when somebody murdered him. But she claims she didn't do it. Well, that's her story. It's all right with me. Anyway, she's just about to leave the apartment when the house phone rings and Cuba answers it.
Hello? Okay, thanks, pal. Hey, boss.
Yes?
The guy downstairs says Captain Swanson of the homicide squad's on his way up.
Homicide squad? Police? What am I going to do?
Search me, sister. I thought you were on your way out.
Oh, but I can't go now. I can't. You've got to help me.
A minute ago, you said you didn't want any of my help.
Oh, but
You said a lot of things. Most of them pretty nasty.
I'm sorry for that. Please help me. You're the only person who can.
All right.
Thanks.
Cuba, take her in the bedroom. Shut the door.
Right, boss.
Oh, but please
Oh,
don't
come on,
let me
lady.
go.
Do what the boss says. Get in there. And I guess that's the captain. What'll I do, boss? Let him in?
Why, sure, let him in.
Hiya, Captain.
Who are you?
What do you care? You didn't come here to see me, did you?
No. I'm looking for Mr. Moore.
Come on in, Captain. What can I do for you?
Oh. Where's the girl, Moore?
A girl?
Yeah.
Oh, then you didn't come to see me after all. And your friend in the snappy uniform, I don't think I've ever met him.
I wouldn't try to be too smart if I were you, Moore. You know why I'm here. This man with me is the doorman from the Northrop House. He followed a woman here who just committed a murder. I want her, Moore.
Well, very interesting. And if it develops that there is someone here who has committed a murder, you're quite welcome to it. But in the meantime, I'd really like to know something more about it.
Now, listen, Mr. Moore. You might be able to get away with stuff like this in a courtroom. But it don't go with me, see? You wouldn't just happen to know that Rex Hilton has been murdered, would you?
Really? How unfortunate. I hope you're not mistaken. He's been long overdue. But you still haven't told me why you think I'd be interested.
All right, if you're going to make it tough, I'll play that way with you. McGuire, tell him what you know about it.
Yes, Mr. McGuire, please do. You know, just for the record.
Well, this lady came over to the Northrop house and bumped off Mr. Hilton.
Just a minute, Mr. McGuire. That is your name, isn't it?
Well, yeah, that's my name.
So Rex Hilton was, as you say, bumped off by a young lady.
Yeah, and I seen her. She had blood all over her coat.
Do I understand by that you saw her kill Mr. Hilton?
Well, no, I was...
As a matter of fact, you couldn't even swear that Mr. Hilton is dead, could you?
Well, yes, certainly I could.
Just a minute. Did you see anybody kill him?
Well, no.
Have you seen the body?
Well,
Answer my questions. Have you seen the body?
Well, no, good night, mister, if you'll let me tell you.
Yeah, wait a minute. You can't browbeat this man, Moore. You're in this, too. You haven't got a leg to stand on.
Really? Now, surely you're not accusing me of murder, are you?
Oh, well, no, but...
And regarding this lady you claim you followed here, I don't suppose you happen to have a search warrant with you, do you?
Now, look here, Moore.
Just a minute, Captain. Just a minute, if you please. I believe I asked a while ago what this was all about. So far, all I've learned is that a doorman at the Northrop House, I believe that's right, isn't it, Mr. McGuire?
Yeah, that's right.
Has been told or in some way suspects that a person in his building has been murdered. And he immediately called the police and rushed over here to tell me about it. And just why I am so honored, I'm still at a loss to understand.
I might have known what kind of cooperation I'd get out of you. To use your own words, Mr. Moore, as a matter of record, I'll tell you what happened. The girl I'm looking for called on Rex Hilton at 5:15. She was announced by the girl at the desk in the Northrop house. She was admitted to the Hilton apartment by the butler, who told her that Mr. Hilton was waiting in the library and would see her there. 5 minutes later, the butler found Hilton on the floor of the library with a knife in his heart. The girl was gone. The butler had the presence of mind to call the lobby on the chance that the girl hadn't yet gotten out of the building. The hall boy saw the girl go out while he was still talking to the butler on the telephone. Having no authority to do anything else, he sent this man, McGuire, to follow her.
That's right, and I followed her here. She had blood on her coat, and I found out from the janitor that she came to this apartment.
You found out from what janitor?
Why, from your janitor, the one you have in the building. She was too smart to come in the regular way, and he let her in through the servants' entrance.
So?
So I called the police station, and Captain Swanson came over.
Oh, I think I begin to understand. I'll have to speak to that janitor about letting people into my apartment when I'm not here.
Oh, yeah? Well, I've heard of cases, Moore, where people went to a smart lawyer before they committed a murder and then reported back to him when it was done.
Oh. So now you're accusing me of being an accessory before the fact.
Oh, don't put words into my mouth. I'm not accusing anybody of anything. I want that girl, that's all.
Swell. Now tell me, Captain, is it a matter of your own knowledge that a murder has really been committed? Have you been to the Northrop house? Have you seen the corpus delicti?
No, I haven't seen the body. But there's Where's your telephone?
Right there on the table, Captain. Help yourself.
What's the Northrop house number, McGuire?
Wickersham 29970.
Wickersham 29970. I don't know why I'm going to all this trouble, Moore.
It is a sort of a nuisance, isn't it? But still, we must have the facts if we're to get anywhere. By the way, Captain, you know I haven't seen you for some time. I was saying only the other day.
Oh, hello? Hello, Northrop House? Mr. Hilton's apartment, please. Yes, I know that. This is the police. Captain Swanson, Homicide Squad. Let me speak to Sergeant Gahagan. That's right. Oh, hello, Gahagan. This is Swanson. What have you got? Yeah? Yeah? Well, just a minute. Come over here and listen to this, Mr. Moore.
All right.
Go ahead, Gahagan. And look, give it to me slowly, Gahagan, please.
Well, Rex Hilton is dead, sir. At 5:15, a woman came in to see Mr. Hilton. She seemed upset when she asked the girl at the desk to call him. She went up, and the butler let her in. The butler told her that Mr. Hilton was waiting in the library. Then 5 minutes later, the butler went down the corridor, saw the library door open, and looked in. He saw Hilton sprawled on the floor with a knife sticking out of his heart. The woman had gone.
All right. Finish the rest of the routine. I'll be over as soon as I get what I want here.
Well, so there really was a murder committed.
Oh, why I'm wasting time with you, I don't know. I ought to frisk this place, find the girl, and take you all in.
Excellent idea from a policeman's point of view. However, Swanson, with an attorney who earns his livelihood by due processes of the law, that won't be necessary. In fact, I shall be only too pleased to cooperate with you.
Oh, then she's here.
There's a young lady here, yes.
Uh-huh.
I wouldn't go so far as to say that she's committed murder. As a matter of fact, I'd never seen her before in my life until she came into this room. She was just about to tell me why she was here when you so rudely interrupted her.
Well, where is she? I want her.
She's somewhat indisposed at the moment. She's in the other room, lying down. Cuba, how was the young lady when you last saw her?
She's doing all right, boss.
Suppose I go and ask her if she'd like to talk to you now, Captain.
I'll go with you.
I'm afraid that's not a very good idea. You see, Captain, the young lady is a guest in my house. As far as I know, she's committed no crime. And since you're here without a warrant, I think perhaps you'd better leave the matter to my discretion, Captain.
All right.
Cuba, get the gentleman a drink.
Okay, boss.
I hope you like scotch and tap water.
You gonna have a snort, Skipper?
No, thanks.
How about you, Admiral?
No, I never touch it. And cut out the wisecracks about the uniform.
Okay, Buttons.
Say, Captain, none of my business, but is this guy Moore sort of giving you the runaround?
Yeah. You think I'm going to get hard-boiled and stick my chin out for the greatest criminal lawyer in the country to swing at? You're crazy. So far, I've got to play it his way.
Gosh, he had me all tied up in knots there for a minute.
Yeah, he's good at that sort of thing. I think he's just about run out of luck.
Yeah? How's that?
The Bar Association is after him. They claim he kidnapped a witness.
Oh, fool.
Yeah.
Well, I certainly hope they get him.
You hope who'll get who?
That wisecracking lawyer. The captain here tells me that...
Pipe down, McGuire.
All right.
What this man don't know won't hurt him. Say, mister, haven't I seen you before?
Well, now ain't that peculiar. I was thinking the same thing about you. Maybe it was sometime when I was having tea at the Ritz.
Never mind the funny stuff. I'll check on you when I get back to headquarters.
Well, gentlemen, somebody seems to be in error.
What do you mean?
The young lady's gone, that's all.
Gone?
Yes.
Moore, I'm all through fooling with you. I'm phoning for a search warrant right now, and I'm staying right here till it comes.
I'm sorry you think I'm trying to deceive you, Captain. Suppose we waive the warrant. After all, this is a relatively small apartment. The only entrance is the one you came in by. I wouldn't want you to think that I was obstructing justice. Go ahead. See if you can find her. First, here's the bedroom. This is where I left her.
Or if you've let that girl get away, so help me out.
Not under the bed? Try this closet. Suits, overcoats, shoes, small traveling bag.
All right.
No, McGuire. I'm sure she couldn't get into that dresser. Take a look in the bathroom, Captain.
Moore, you're going too far this time.
And through here is a small butler's pantry. Kitchen on the other side. Here's
A dumbwaiter. What a sap I've been. Look. Look here, Moore.
Don't tell me she's in there.
Blood. That's what it is, blood. On the door casing. Moore, you put that woman in the dumbwaiter. You helped her get away.
Why, Swanson. I never put a young lady in a dumbwaiter in my life. I'm surprised at you, Swanson. And, how do you know that's blood?
I can see, can't I? Come on, McGuire.
Yes, sir.
Maybe we can catch her before she leaves the building. I'll need you to identify her. Okay, Moore. I don't think you'll be able to talk your way out of this. I'll be back for you later.
I'll be right here, Captain. Good luck. Cuba, what is this?
Well, I ditched her, boss. I seen you was on the spot, so I took you off. I dumped her in the dumbwaiter and I told her to scram. Pretty smart, huh?
Oh, yes, Cuba. Smart. Very smart indeed. So smart that you and I are now accessories after the fact of murder. Well, I guess there's nothing to do now but wait for Swanson to come back with a warrant. Of course, I can start doping out a defense while I'm waiting. That's a funny idea. I wonder if it'll be harder to build a case for myself than for a client. Well, new kind of an experience anyway.